there's a Paul Skenes predicament. This is really interesting. Brad has been waiting to talk to me about this, but I'm going to run you through a couple of these details really quick. You ready, Brad?
Oh, I'm ready.
In his last 7 starts since May 1st, Paul Skenes has had 7 starts and gone 1 and... Why did you write that way?
I don't know. I apologize.
You would. Over his last 7 starts since May 1st, Paul Skenes has gone 1 and 4, and he's got a 1.52 ERA. That's all I'm going to say. You take it away, Brad.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That is so wild. So the Pirates have to be thinking about the future here with Paul Skenes, right?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do in this situation? And here is the situation. You have a team that doesn't pay anybody. Historically trades all of their best pitchers. They had like a pitcher factory there for a little while. Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Tyler Glasnow was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tyler Glasnow got traded to the Rays.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's their notoriously cheap team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was traded so early that the Rays took him. Okay?
It's true.
However, he doesn't get any run support, but he puts butts in seats everywhere he goes, especially in Pittsburgh. He moves a ton of merchandise.
Tons.
And he gets the team national publicity. Good or bad. And there are people who believe there's no such thing as bad publicity. He gets it for the team, certainly. Because it's always, man, Paul Skenes really pitched a gem today, and the Pirates lost 3-2.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Like, that's typically how it goes.
I've even read headlines that say, I read one today. It said, Pirates pitcher, something, after yesterday's Paul Skenes gem. Like the news was about the guy who did it today, but they put Paul Skenes in the headline from referencing yesterday's
SEO,
performance.
Man.
I know. SEO. That's what I'm saying. It's so listen, here's Paul Skenes. Home runs per 9 leads the National League. Okay. Hits per 9 leads the National League. Whip leads the National League right now. Innings pitched leads all of Major League Baseball. Complete games, he's got 1 better than anybody else in the National League.
Well, and even that complete game was only 8 innings.
Yeah, right. 14 games started, all of Major League Baseball. And a WAR for a pitcher, B-WAR, 3.6, leads all of Major League Baseball. Right? He's at a 1.88 ERA right this second.
For the season?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
No, I thought he was in like the 3s for the season. But I guess that wouldn't make sense if he's 1.5 over. You're right. 188.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
188. Earlier I said 152. It's not. It's 188.
Well, it's 152 over 7.
Over
his last 7 starts.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yes.
That's what it is. Okay, so I want to play this little game, and we'll tuck this away, and I'm gonna put it in an envelope or something. I'm gonna save it. I want us to make some predictions here. I want to know what we think is gonna happen. Are the Pirates actually going to see what they have in Paul Skenes, and be like, you know what? No, we need to build around him. We need to bring in some dudes. We need to develop some guys, because if we can't pay a bunch of guys, we gotta bring them in. We've got to make them. So we're going to draft him. We're going to develop him. Obviously, Paul Skenes is a can't-miss consensus #1 pick. We need to do the best that we can to find those guys in the middle of the draft, because we're not going to get the #1 pick every year, because A, that's just terrible, and B, that's not possible because of the CBA.
Right.
Or do you trade him? If you trade him, when? Is it arbitration? Is it pre-arbitration? Is it year 4? Is it year 5 when you're like, we're getting close to the end of our control? When do you trade Paul Skenes?
You want my answer right now, or do you want me to think about it?
I want your answer right now. And I'm going to clip this. I'm going to put it in a folder and tuck it away. And we're going to play it.
Yeah.
Sometime between now and whenever something happens.
Okay, so my blanket answer is that you're going to trade him, and you will trade him when the package is fattest, when it is the sweetest possible deal. Now,
it's pretty fat right now.
That's what I was just going to say. If you do not trade him this season, right, sometime between now and the deadline, if you don't trade him this season, then you end up very likely waiting until the last year of arbitration. The last year of club control.
Right before he hits free agency.
You do it, well, or pre-arbitration, I guess. You want to avoid any of... You don't want him taking you to the table to negotiate arbitration. You don't want that. He will win.
Absolutely, he will.
So I think as soon as that's what my official position now is. If they don't get him traded this season, which is totally possible, then it will happen right before arbitration negotiations begin.
That's what I think. I think they're going to trade him, and it's going to be right before arbitration. They're going to go his 3 years of pre-arb. They're going to get him as cheap. They have him as cheap as possible. They're going to roll with that, and then as soon as they have to start paying him, they're going to trade him. Because, like you said, you do not want to go into a room with him.
No.
For arbitration, absolutely not. Because he can throw any number he wants, and he's going to win. Here's
the other thing, though. I'm going to make a case for trading him this season. Nobody knows what the future will hold. One in the hand is worth two in the bush. Whatever axiom you want to go with, get him. Do it now. Do it. You have 90 days, or not even 90 days. You have 70 days. Yeah, to get it done. I would be on the phone with everybody. Okay, I'd be on the phone with everybody but Sacramento, right? Or Colorado. I would not send him to Colorado. But whatever, you know what I mean?
They don't. Well, that's the thing too, is that it eliminates a lot of teams, because how many teams actually have the assets to trade for him, and how many teams have the future who can give up the assets to trade for him? It's really a small pool of teams that can and would trade for Paul Skenes. Yeah, everybody wants him, but only a few can really truly afford him. As far as what it's going to take to give him give up to get him. But man, if I had a team that had what it took to get him, I would probably, honestly, Brig, at this point, I'd say give up 3 Mariners starting pitchers and prospect for him. Maybe 2 and 2 starting pitchers and 2 prospects to get Paul Skenes from Pittsburgh into Seattle.
Yeah.
Because you've got a sure thing right now, a couple guys digressing, because Bryce Miller's got an injury, so you replace him, and then give him pretty much anybody else on that rotation, because they're all good and he's better. So whatever.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, they're all good and he's better.
Prospects.
Yes.
And you've got yourself a deal. I would do it today. But
I would do it.
I don't think it will happen until pre-arbitration, though, because like the last year of arbitration, and the reason is because he puts butts in seats. That is the only reason.
Yeah, I can see that going that way.
They're going to get the milk for free as long as they can.
What would it take?
Without ever having to buy the cow.
What would it take, I wonder? What would the Pirates not be able to reject?
A Juan Soto style deal, I think.
Yeah.
And what the Padres sent to the Nats, I think, is what it would be, too.
Yeah. I agree. And it is the Padres deal for Soto. It would have to be.